Record on this computer, share screen. Uh, hmm. Okay, share. Okay, so now I open up the, there we go. All right, guys, let's focus first on the difficult problems. I guess you can say I'll work backwards. So look at number 15. The first thing you do is you convert, and let me make sure this is on draw because if not, I can't draw. And I'll do it in rainbow color, of course. So x times x to the 3/2. And you should realize you can convert a square root in that fashion. All right. And now you rewrite this as x to the, look at the trick I do. Basically, you're taking x to the first times x to the 3/2 is as if you're adding 1 plus 3/2. And you should do that. I shouldn't have to discuss this with you. You should know that's x to the 5/2. And now you take the derivative of x to the 5/2. So the derivative of x to the 5/2 is multiplying. See, there's a 1 here. 5/2 times 1 is 5/2. X to the, oh, am I recording? Darn it. I don't think I'm recording. Am I recording? No, I'm recording. I'm good. All right. So, and then you have 5/2 minus 1. Now, 5/2 minus 1, well, is 5/2 minus 2/2, which is 3/2. And the drawing is not working there. Sorry about that. So this should end up to 3.5. And just it's being very cumbersome right now. So remember, 5/2 minus 1 effectively. Thank you, Mama. I'll check it right now. So it's 5/2 minus 2/2. And I don't know why it's not writing right now, of course, because this is my life. Minus 2/2. I don't know why it's doing that. There you go. Will end up being 3/2. So that is the derivative. I don't see any difficulty in this question. Go ahead and erase everything I just did. And we're going to go ahead and do number 14. Number 14 is not as difficult. And unfortunately, there's talking and looking around and an immense amount of cheating. They're taking a test, bro. How many people need more time? Yeah. All right, you have 10 minutes. All right, so 10 minutes starting now. Wait, that was before his face? Yeah, it was. All right, it wasn't a bomb. Yeah, go ahead. All right, so in the middle of my recording I'm doing for Ace, now they get to hear all this stuff. Amazing. So we have tardy person here, Janela. Okay, so now let's continue. So number 14 here, and guys, there's too much talking. It indicates to me that you guys can't help but cheat. Incredible. What's going to become of the world? All right, so we have, and this touch stuff here on the surface is getting to me. It's very finicky. All right, so we have 1 plus x squared divided by the third root of x to the 4th. And so here, the first thing you should do is you should split the numerator and denominator in such a way that you can work with it. Right? That's what you can do. Remember, when you have a common denominator, you can split the two terms in the numerator in such a way. Now, you can rewrite this as x to the 4/3 like this in the denominator, and you would repeat the same process on the other side. Now, you have x to the negative 4/3 here, And this here will be 2 minus 4/3. Now, 2 minus 4/3 is really 6/3 minus 4/3, which is 2/3, or you just use your calculator. It should give you, Castle calculators do a great, guys, why are you like, it just looks very suspicious. So you end up with x to the 2/3 here. And you're working with this. This is what you're gonna get the derivative of. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and erase everything else I have here. It's not like you guys are gonna watch this because you guys don't study anyways. I'm doing it for like the few of you who care about your grades. Remember, I'm gonna double this grade up just so that it hurts your grade if you do bad, and then when you do good, it helps your grade out a lot because you really need to know how to do this. So let's take a derivative of this. Well, we take negative 4/3 and multiply times 1. That's negative 4/3 x. And you have negative 4/3 minus 1, which comes out to negative 7/3. This is a non-issue. This is not up for discussion. You should be able to add or subtract and multiply fractions as we see fit. In this case, when you subtract negative 4/3 minus 1, is effectively saying negative 4/3 minus 3/3, right? And then we go ahead and do the 2/3 times 1 is 2/3. X, and 2/3 minus 1 is negative 1/3. Now, you may leave your answer that way, but it doesn't look pretty. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite that a little bit nicer so that you look like, you know, you care a little bit about your math. And so we have negative 4/3, third root of x to the 7th. Now, notice I made it a positive radical. You know, as a, I mean, I'm skipping a step, but it's positive in the denominator. And I wrote it in radical form. You know what? Let me not skip steps. So we make it a positive exponent in the denominator, as so. And now if you want to make it look a little bit prettier, you would make it into a radical. Just so it writes nicely. And I don't know why the guys, come on, no talking. Even if you turn in your assignment, don't talk. All right, so that's what we got. That's what we got. Let's go ahead and proceed to number 13. Again, I'm working backwards from the more difficult problems to the easier problem. And at the same time, I'm monitoring these kids here who can't help but help out each other during a test. And hopefully they don't even know what they're doing. They're helping each other in the wrong way. Okay, so now let's take a look at number 13. Number 13, you start with a fraction with a common denominator of x to the third. So it's quite easy. You separate it and make it look like this. Basically, each term in the numerator is divided by the common denominator. And you're allowed to rewrite that as one fraction with the same denominator, with both terms being in the numerator. So you kind of simplify this and you can rewrite this as x to the negative 2 plus 3x to the negative 3. Basically here, 1 minus 3 is negative 2. And, you know, I mean, if you want to be, it's x to the 0, right? 0 minus 3 will be negative 3. And now you could simply take the derivative of that, which is trivial. It's negative 2x to the negative third minus 9x to the negative 4. And if you want to write it a little bit prettier, you just write it like this. And oh wait, I don't know why I redid the derivative on this one. And you're done. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do 12 and keep on working backwards. So that way you guys can't complain you didn't have examples. Because a lot of you don't even come to first period on time. I haven't seen some of you in at least a week, and I know what's going to happen. You're going to come to class tomorrow, and you're going to be complaining, and especially since grades are due on Friday, you don't want your grades going down. Because that's all you care about. The appearances, of course. Always appearances, the facade. So we rewrite the fourth root there. We rewrite it as x to the 1/4 and then execute. It's going to be 1/4 x to the 1/4 minus, and I don't know why I can't get the 4 to right now, minus 1. It's almost as if the computer's struggling to do everything at the same time. I know it might be overheating. All right. This is a minus. I don't want it to appear like an equal sign. So what's 1/4 minus 1? Well, 1/4 minus 4/4. Well, it's -3/4. So it equals to 1/4 x to the -3/4. So that is your derivative. This is your derivative, right? And if you want to make it look a little bit prettier, it's 1/4 fourth root of x to the third, if you want to make it look pretty. Okay, let me go ahead and erase here. All right, so now we're at number 11. Look, if you have y equals 50, and the derivative of that is 0, period. The derivative of a constant is 0 always. You know, if you want, maybe you could rewrite this as 50x to the 0, right? And then 0 times 50 is 0x to the 0 minus 1, 0 x to the -1, that's 0 over x, so it's 0, fine, but just remember, the derivative of a constant is always 0. Bless you. Bless you. All right, let's look at number 10 and 9. And as I go back, the test actually gets easier, but it doesn't matter because a lot of you will still show me that you don't know what you're doing. So y equals 3x divided by 4. No, sorry, x divided by 4, x to the 4th. And so we have 3x to the -4. And we work with that now. And so the y prime must equal -12x to the -5. And then you're done. I mean, you want to make it pretty. Now it's prettier. There we go. All right. Number 9, I have space to do it. Y equals 4x to the 3rd. Similar problem. I don't even know why I put that problem there. Here we got it. And then we have, well, y prime must equal -12x to the -4. Make it pretty. And there it is. Okay. Guys, is the Wi-Fi still up or the Wi-Fi is down still? Okay, so I'll upload this hopefully if I remember before the end of the day. Somehow. I gotta go to an excavation day. I gotta drop off 50 bricks. I gotta also maybe it's working now? All right, so I'll be able to update. Okay, let me continue. Number 8. Well, number 8, we have a fraction with a common denominator. All right, guys, everybody turn it in, please. In the meantime, I continue doing this. You know what? I can pause this. I'll pause it for a second. Let me pause this so I can continue with this class. Oh, no. Let me pause. How do I pause this? No, I want to pause the recording. I want to pause it. Oh, pause. No, pause recording. Pause. All right, so I'm resuming my recording. So again, we have a common denominator, so we can split this up as x to the 5th divided by x squared plus 3x, yes, for ace, 3x to the 3rd, x squared plus 2x squared divided by x squared. So it's trivial. It's just x to the 3rd plus 3x plus 2, and then you just take the derivative of that. The derivative of that is 3x squared plus 3, and you're done. So nothing fancy about that. Pretty easy to do. And I think the computer's gonna work well now because I can see it's dumping a lot of heat. I have it connected to the charger. hopefully in upcoming years we can get these processes working well without it dumping so much heat. So number 7, well, basically you just rewrite this. I would rewrite it as 3x to the 2/3. And then you just take your derivative. Y prime equals 3 times 2/3 x to the 2/3 minus 1. And that just comes out to basically 2x to the negative 1/3. You should be able to check your math on that. It's really easy. Yes, we have a test there. Here, take a picture of this. You have 20 minutes. I forgot to tell you you have 20 minutes, but whatever. And then you can rewrite this as 2 over x to the 1/3, and of course it's 2 over the third. Yes. Yes. So you have 20 minutes, and you have 20 minutes. All right. So guys, you should be using this time. Did you like the race on Saturday? Where were you sitting? I was sitting in section 222. Yeah, towards the turn is, right? Yes, I was in a Sunday one. So it's a pretty good race, right? You saw that, right? Did you notice also how loud it was? What were you wearing? So you just took it the whole time, that noise? So how's your hearing today? You're okay? It is loud though. Well, I didn't was wearing anything. I wasn't wearing for a while, but then my daughters were crying. And so I had to get the earplugs for them. No, just earplugs. Just, And then they were able to enjoy it, but they weren't happy about it. I was gonna take it, but I'm also worried about my hearing because I have ringing in my ear. But it's not but it's ringing because I have ear damage because I so what happens when you listen to music too loud or construction machinery and stuff like that. Don't try to keep your hearing. Try to keep it.
No, I tried to, but I know that it's probably gonna be done like 45.
Yeah, try to don't do it. It's not worth it. All right. Now here's problem number 6. And number 6, you just FOIL. So FOIL first, 1 minus 3x plus x to the third, and then continue plus 2x minus 6x squared plus 2x to the fourth. And now, as a consequence, you're going to be able to combine like terms there, right? Here we have this one, and you have minus x minus 6x squared plus x to the third. And if I didn't make a mistake, this is what you got. That's what I'm thinking. Let me just make sure that I didn't make a mistake because I just feel there's something wrong here. No, it looks good. It's solid. It looks good. And I can only combine these two here. And there wasn't anything at x squared or x to the third to combine or x to the fourth. So we're left with just getting the derivative of this. And the derivative of 1 is 0. The derivative of negative x is negative 1. You have negative 12x plus 3x squared plus 8x to the third. Guys, remember, when I'm done with this, you can ask me questions. I'll try to review you, and then we'll take the test after lunch. Are you going to Daytona 500? I'm going to go. All right, so yeah, it was a fun race, but I should have my Trans Am ready by that time to go ahead and take the drive in my Trans Am. No, I won't, but it'll be cool. It'll just be cool, I think. Bygone time, 1985 Trans Am. Yes. You want an 84 Corvette? Okay, so you're gonna get it with the tune port injection, right? They're all that year had tune port injection, and so they have very strong low end torque, very strong, but they don't have very high RPM torque, so you don't have much horsepower.
That looks like the car rate, 0.29. At least on six.
It is. All right, guys, so you see that you have there, look, I just wrote that problem and just did the derivative while listening to a student and talking to a student. But it should be pretty straightforward. Everybody should get that one right. That's number 5. Number 4 is, give me one, let me go ahead and stop this here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this problem here. I think, so I think we're in number 4. So number 4, assuming I can get this to work properly, and of course, look what it does. All right, so number 4, we have 3 minus 5x, so y equals 3x minus 5x to the third. So y prime for that is just 3 minus 15x squared, nothing difficult. We got number 3, 2, and 1, and then I go ahead and I don't know if I have time to show you the other ones. I do have the time, but I just don't feel like going over those problems. I think I'm gonna just keep it just 1 through 15 and target you with those other problems later. We'll probably go over a class. I'm assuming that you guys will actually show up to class. A lot of you are just not showing up to class. I don't understand. I think I might just lower your effort grade if you continue coming tardy or not showing to class. That's just something I want to say. So we got here, we just go ahead and distribute. Very easy, straightforward. And then we have minus 8x to the 6 here. So this is y. Y prime equals 6x squared minus 48x to the 5th. That's it. Number 2. I'll just write the answer for number 2 next to it, just so I don't have to rewrite, because I was kind of sick and tired of doing this recording, honestly. A lot of things going on at the same time, testing kids, grading stuff. So here we have 5x to the 4th minus 24x to the 3rd plus 11. And over here we have 4x to the 3rd plus 6x squared. Guys, this is like, I don't know what else to say. This is an easy test. I hope you do well. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on YouTube and give you the link.